Oh, what a shot there from LaVille, putting that down at the feet of Cappy, forcing an error. Yeah, not able to recover on that one. That ball just flicked. Really nice placement deep to that corner. (10-8) game point. He was there. He had it teed up, but just slid under that paddle and dips. All right, a quick side out as Cappy gives the ball back. 10-8. Oh, what a shot deep in the corner. He just puts that ball up and over the net and down at about thigh level where LaVille can't do much with it. And he's found himself within one now to try to tie it up. It's a win by 2 situation. LaVille knew right away. He said, nice shot. He just knew he wasn't going to be able to recover and get to that. And now it's 10-10 as he gave up that lead he had at 10-8. This is why Cappy's so scrappy. Oh boy, that's tough. Tough shot right there. I don't know if it was in or out. I can't see it from my vantage point, but LaVille confident it was out. Oh, what a shot. I think Cappy was expecting it to go to his backhand, and it slid over to the forehand side. All right, another game point for LaVille. He really wants this one, and Cappy wants to get a stop. Oh, boy, that's so good. What touch. Oh, boy, that is a crazy athletic shot right there as LaVille was on full sprint, lunging out with that backhand, just flicking the ball back over the net cross court for a clean winner. (11-10). Oh, big gust of wind. Oh, so scrappy and just gritty player over there on the other side from LaVille, not giving him an inch to work with. Oh, that ball landing big time. Oh, I thought that was in. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, it was good. For a second, I thought maybe it was called out, but 11-11. Short serve. Cappy had the distance. He just pulled it out wide. So another opportunity for LaVille here at 11-11. And there's that left-handed forehand as he switches to extend all the way out and roll that ball back across the body. If I was LaVille, I would be wary of hitting that ball to the left side of Cappy as he switches hands so easily. Now, that's a different shot. When he's back, he's hitting a two-handed ball, so that's a little bit different shot scenario, but 11-11, back and forth. Here we go. So good right there. Touch and power combined for another side out. So 11-11. We've got an absolute war right here. The best case is 13-11, but it could be a lot longer than that. And this is just game one. LaVille saying, wait till I'm ready. He wasn't quite in position yet. Wow. And this is an absolute war here in game one, as Copy now has taken the lead once again, 12-11. And there it is, 13-11, final on the first game. LaVille not happy with that missed return, but the scrappy, gritty play of Carlos Copy with the crowd behind him pulls that one out barely, 13-11. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for game two as they switch sides. This is Scott Golden at the European Open. Looking forward to game two in just a minute. If what? A singer? No, I wish. I wish. No, I'm not. No, I wish I was. I'm a talker, not a singer. I get paid to talk, not sing. You don't want me to sing. Yeah, yes. Not stalking, not stalking. That would be no bueno. LaVille already carrying over that emotion from game one, frustrated with his play. He had many opportunities in game one to close it. He was up 10-8. He let Carlos get back to 10-10, and then it was 11-10, then it was 11-11, and then it went back and forth until finally Carlos able to squeak out a 15-13 victory. All right, 2-0. Again, LaVille out to a quick start. He hit that ball right at Carlos, and then he just said, like, oh, man, because he realized he just hit it right into that trap. I think what makes Carlos so dangerous is the fact that he's, number one, he's very crafty, very quick, but he also switches hands, which gives him a little bit extra on that left side, like that. All right, 0-2. That's a bad idea. That one hanging up high. All right, 2-0. Oh, that is magnificent off the net cord right there from Carlos. That's why I keep calling him a gritty player, because I actually thought LaVille won that point and was going to easily capture that one. And here comes Carlos with the nice defense. Ah, that's so good. I think Carlos was a step late getting there. He wanted to charge him a little sooner, but LaVille doing a nice job keeping that ball down and away. Oh, a lob. We haven't seen that too much, but oh boy, that's a tough miss. I actually thought that lob was going to get punished, but Carlos didn't do too much with that overhead on the lob, but the next ball was, I thought was going to be an easy put away. Again, none of this stuff is easy, but it looked easy. Oh, so good. Copy putting that left hand on the backside of that paddle and just punching. It's his speed that allows him the ability to do that, though. LaVille really looking disgruntled right now as he's missed another return into the net. 2-2. Yeah, that's a good recovery right there. It's always nice to bounce back after a missed return, not give up too many points in a row. Sometimes players can spiral just a little bit, but not Louis LaVille. Really nice ground strokes there from LaVille at the baseline. Putting nice pace and dropping the ball. What I would call a drive drop, which is a ball that has some pace, but it dips down. It's not flat. And there's a missed return. 2 good rally points in a row. These guys are playing at a pretty high level here in the finals. A lot of people here watching. Capi seems to have the biggest hometown crowd cheering for him. He's just hooking that forehand wide. He doesn't even have to be that good with that ball, I don't think. I think he's trying to put it away cleanly, but really if he just can put it to the other side, I doubt Carlos can get over there. All right, 4-4. Oh, that's kind of what I was talking about. It's like if he can get that ball over, either one of these guys can get that ball over enough, it's hard to come back and recover to the other side. So these guys so athletic, they can cover the net sideline to sideline. I was going to say that was going to be cat and mouse right there, but that was just a clean sweep right there from the forehand of Carlos Capi. Not a really great opportunity to hit the around the post. He didn't have many options as that ball skipped out wide. Deadlocked at 4 apiece here in game 2. Carlos saying to himself, slow down, take your time. Yeah, really nice execution. That was set up perfectly with the short volley from Carlos, giving LaVille plenty of time to come in and basically have all the options that he wants. He picked the right one. Oh, such magnificent play from both, but LaVille looking like he is his former self in game 1, getting back on track. I just love how he moves that ball around, putting a lot of pressure on his opponent. It's 7-4. There's another inside-out forehand clean winner. Capi with a quick timeout. He knows the momentum is shifted in game 2. I think that's a good decision, making a timeout call. He's going to sit down for a few minutes. Well, really just a minute. And LaVille going to go get I guess the ball. I thought he might go get some water, but tracking that ball down, and I'm going to take a 60-second break with them, and we'll be right back for the conclusion of game number 2. So cold. This is not bad at all. All right, 8-4. That's a good timeout from Carlos as he was able to regroup, come out with a fresh game plan. A lot of times those timeouts are really, really important. You just got to know when to use them. All right, LaVille had doubled up Capilla, but now it's 5-8, so that gap seems a little smaller. I think LaVille's upset because he's saying the score a little too quick for his liking, but truthfully, once you're in position, if the score is called, you cannot be unready, so he really needs to be careful with that. All right, 8-5. Those are really nice returns, but the passing shots from LaVille have been the stamp of approval here in game 2. As he's finding his groove, really hitting that ball well from the baseline. LaVille saying that's so bad, but really that's the first one he's missed in a little while. Again, sometimes I think you can push too hard on certain shots, that being one of them, perhaps. Oh, so quick on his feet, Cappy, but LaVille absolutely in control of that point, and a quick side out. No damage done. I'm sorry, he scored. And that's a bad miss right there, but he's got that first win in his back pocket, so even if he loses this one, they'll be going to a game 3. But we won't speak of any losses until it's final. Cappy is a gritty competitor, never counting himself out. 5-10, so he's doubled him up again. He's got to be careful hitting that 2-handed backhand down the line. He's starting to become a little predictable on that drive down the line, and LaVille just sitting on it. All right, 10-5, game point. He had 10-8 in game 1 and could not close it out. A 15-13 victory for Carlos with some momentum down the stretch, but right now this game a little different than game 1 in the fact that Louis LaVille is, I think, a little more composed here in game 2, but he's really got to settle in. A couple unforced errors in this game could get close again. Oh boy, that one snuck over the net cord, but dipped out wide. He was really hoping that ball landed. That would have been a big momentum changer, as those are pretty much a punch to the gut of the opponent. But LaVille again looking to close this out at 10-6. And there it is, a nice passing shot down the line, as not even the switch of hands for Carlos Capilla is going to be enough in game 2. LaVille really proving his merit, bouncing back from game 1 after that 15-13 loss. And now we're going to see a game 3. That one 11-6 final. I thought LaVille played much better down the stretch there, closing that game out nicely. Guys, this is Scott Golden at the European Open. We'll be right back for the conclusion of game 3. as we wrap up the men's open finals, and I believe we'll have one more match with the women's open finals as well after this. See you soon. Wow, they are getting no break here for game 3. They just want to get after it. I was hoping for a little break there, actually. They are not messing around. It's getting a little late in the evening. It's getting colder. They are not going to stop. Oh, really great close there. He saw that ball pop up after a good drop. That's what a really successful drop does for you. It gets the ball to pop up. And if you have the speed and wheels that LaVille or Capi has, you can close on that ball. Here's the cat and mouse. I don't like that shot from Capi, but that's really the only option that he had. He was on the full sprint and had to just get that ball back over. So easy for LaVille to put that next one away. Yeah, another good close. That ball popping up just a bit because LaVille's third shots are on point here to start game 3. He picked up right where he left off. 3-0. He is playing the best I've seen him play up to this point. He had a struggle in game 1 to close it out and ended up losing it. You never know with a player if they're going to bounce back or let it unravel, but he has bounced back very nicely. Boy, that's a tough miss right there. I thought he had it. He just pushed it out a little wider than what he probably should have. But again, that's the speed of LaVille that he's forcing those. LaVille just putting Capi on skates right now as he's moving the ball left and right, left and right. Really, really strong performance here in game 3 from LaVille as he's dialed in, completely focused. Capi's got a mountain to climb as he finds himself down 6-0 in the first half. They make the switch. Right now, sun not a factor. The sun has essentially moved off the courts. It's nothing but wind and cold at this moment. Let's see if Capi can turn it around. Not yet. It's 7-0 as that inside out forehand just barely makes it inside the line, but I think when you're up 8-0, you can really cut loose, and that's what you're seeing from LaVille right now. He's not waiting for the balls to bounce. He's moving in, closing the gap, and he's really dominating game 3 here. It's, I think, 9-0. It's already 9-0 here in game 3. LaVille must know how cold I am right now. All right, 10-0. This is about as dominant as you can get in a game 3. We were all expecting something a little bit more competitive, but 10-0, it's not over yet. And there it is. It actually is over as he blanks his opponent, Carlos Capia, on his own home courts here at the European Open. Wow, what a performance from Louis LaVille out of the UK. We're going to get an interview with both of these gentlemen here in just a minute. This is Scott Golden. We'll be back with the interview in just a minute. All right, everybody. Scott Golden back for an interview after that men's open finals. As you can see, I'm bundled up. The sky has turned to getting dusky, almost dark, and the sun has gone away, so I'm freezing. But that performance from you and LaVille was spectacular for the finals. Well-deserved. You played your heart out to get to this final. You took it 3 games, but in the end, LaVille was a little too much. Talk about game 1. You won 15-13. Talk about that game first.
Te ha pedido que hable sobre el primer juego, ¿no? Ha dicho antes que ha visto cómo has peleado en tres juegos, que ha sido impresionante, muy buen partido, pero que hables del primer juego.
Nada, el primer juego creo que se ha puesto él por delante. He conseguido remontar como he podido. Y venía de 2 remontadas en semifinales y en cuartos y digo, tengo que remontar el primer set también. Y gracias a Dios lo he remontado.
He said that he started losing the first set, the first game, but then he turned. He thought like in the semifinals he turned the game also. Starts losing, then he win, and that's what he thought to win the first game.
And then you were seemingly going to take the momentum into game 2. I thought LaVille did a good job adjusting on his strategy in game 2. Was the side a factor? One side or the other? Was that a factor in the matches?
Sí, el hecho del lado ha sido un factor importante para llegar al tercero con ventaja para él. Si tú crees que ha sido o no un factor importante.
Sí, en el segundo set estábamos empatados, creo que 5-5. Y ha cogido el golpe de derecha con el viento y me escoraba un poco. Y ahí ya se ha escapado en el segundo set y ya me lo ha ganado.
Yeah, he said a little bit because the wind comes up after and it was a little bit harder to play in the other side. But yeah, only for the time when the wind comes, it was different to play in another side.
And then in game 3, I've never seen quite such a dominating performance from your opponent. You played great. He just couldn't miss in that third game. What were you thinking in game 3 when you just could not get off the ground and he beat you like that? It was unbelievable performance, yes?
Sobre el tercer juego, no has jugado mal, has jugado bien, pero él ha jugado de una manera que no he visto nunca. ¿Qué tienes que decir sobre ese tercer juego? ¿Qué podrías pensar haber hecho? Habla del tercer juego.
Nada, en el tercer juego ya estaba reventado, estaba muy cansado. Y él justo ha subido el nivel, se han juntado los 2 factores y ya era imposible. Luis ha sido mejor y se merecía la victoria.
There were two things that happened there. I was very, very tired and he played the best of his game. So that two things made that result.
Yeah, definitely. All right, my friend, thank you. Congratulations on your silver medal here at the Men's Open. Guys, give him a round of applause. All right, my friend Carlos Capi. All right, now we've got the winner. So we've got the winner of the Men's Open division, Louis LaVille. I've known you for quite some time. We met in 2000, I think 18 or 18 at the Nationals in the U.S. I followed your journey. You are quite the performer and competitor on the court. You came out in game 1. You had some ups and downs, but you ended up being up 10-9 and then couldn't close, losing that first game 15-13. What was going through your mind coming out in game 2?
Don't need to remind me of that.
Well, you won, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, earlier he played Freddie, saved match points against Freddie, saved match points against James, and he's just done that to me in the first set. I'm thinking, oh, God, here we go. He's going to do the 3 against the Brits. But then we got to 4-all in game 2, and I just kind of changed it up a bit. I just started serving wider, creating more of an angle on the serve, which made it much harder for him to kind of open up the court so much more. And he's got such good hands, but he can't reach as far with his backhand. It's all 2 hands. So it opened it up for me a bit more, and then kind of just worked it out from there.
Were you at all concerned going into game 2, or did you just say, hey, that game's flushed down the toilet, it's over? How did you reset your mind for game 2? And you talked a little bit about your adjustments serving wider and things, but did you start to heat up and start to get your rhythm in game 2?
I wouldn't say that. I just changed it ever so slightly, and it's slightly into the wind. So you can, like on this side, it's so downwind right now, you can't really necessarily see it, but you can feel it. I just went absolutely like I can hit them as almost as hard as I want at that end, but that end you have to sort of block it back in court. And so yeah, literally at that end I was just able to sort of get my arm going, having a few swings at it, and kind of got on a run, and I just kept that run going game 3.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Carlos got a little sad when I brought up game 3, but I haven't seen quite a dominating performance in a men's singles finals like I just saw in Game 3 from you. You just carried that momentum, you said, into Game 3, but you couldn't miss, it seemed like. It seemed like every shot you hit was a winner. How did you dial in and figure out how to stay focused that whole game?
Well, I knew I had to grind because I'm straight downwind. I was like, I'm not going to be able to hit it as hard. And then I think the first point I scored, I jumped earned it, and that just pumped me up, and I was like, right, I'm going from here. I'm not giving him anything. I didn't want to give him a free ball. If he's hitting a winner past me, then fine, so be it. But he wasn't getting a free ball off me.
Do you feel that momentum, like when you hit a shot, like you said, like that half Ernie? Well, because you didn't fully jump it. You like kind of went, you saw it in close. And then what I was saying at 8-0, it seemed like you basically just said, I'm going to serve big and come in and close those volleys out. Is that something that you intentionally did?
When I got to 6 and I changed ends, I was like, right, now I can be aggressive with it. My inside-out forehand straight into the wind. You can hit it as hard as you want, and it's just not going to go out. And it makes it really hard for him to cover when he doesn't really know if I'm going to go one way or the other, but I can hit it as hard as I want. And because the wind's so strong, it's not going to go out. But I mean, he's an absolute fighter. You see what he's been doing all day. He grinds all day. It's kind of a fairly unique technique he's got, but it works an absolute tree, and I'm pretty knackered now.
Awesome. All right, guys, the winner, Louis Laville of the Men's Open. We're going to see the finals of the Women's Open right now. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
All right, 0-2. All right, after a crazy men's final, we've got now Sabrina playing against Maria. Maria is the tall one on the side of the camera with the building behind her, and Sabrina is on the other side. We have not seen Sabrina yet today. She's a very, very strong player. And as I said in the interview from the other day, or from earlier today, they are split 1 apiece in the series. Each have taken a victory against the other. I think that one just missed. It's a good call. That one missing. Again, Maria Fernandez picking up where she left off in the semifinals as she takes control of the kitchen line. She does her best work from up there. Not a great start for Sabrina, and there's the timeout that I thought she might call 2 points ago, but she waited a little longer, and now Maria Fernandez in the lead here early in game one. They're going to take 60 seconds. I'm also going to take that 60-second break because I'm freezing. Seven, 1. Oh, nice passing shot from Sabrina. That timeout served its purpose, helping her reset her mind just a little bit. Nice. Again, volleys from up there at the kitchen line. It's interesting, these ladies wearing the same, basically the same outfit. They look like doubles partners. I wonder if they're playing doubles together. No. They're in sync. Nine to 1. This is a really strong performance from Maria. All right. She finally got off a 1. She'd been on 1 for far too long. So now it's 2-9. A short return is not ideal, but in that situation, I think it worked out really nicely for Fernandez as she kept it low. Did not have a lot of bounce on it when it came over the net. Boy, this is 10-2. This is a strong performance from Maria Fernandez, but you know what? I think that Sabrina's going to bounce back. She's starting a little slow here in game one, but she'll get going, no doubt. All right, 2-10. See if she can get off the dreaded 2. The ball just getting a little more depth than she's hoping for. That might be skipping a little bit on her, close to her body.
Pues me voy para allá ahora, ¿no? Me voy ya, ¿no?
Yeah, that's really good. It's funny, Fernandez has really nice shoes on. She doesn't seem to be slipping at all. Maybe I should have prepared a little better for this situation with the slippery courts. And there is another passing shot as she finally has found a little light at the end of the tunnel It's been a slow go here in game one, but 3-10. She's not going away just yet. Maybe she can create some more momentum, at least, if nothing else, to get into game two. And there's another good strike. Very effective on that two-handed ground stroke from mid-court. Obviously, both these players are tennis players. It's evident in their game style. All right, 4-10. Oh, another good shot, and all of a sudden she's cut the score in half. It's now 5-10. She was down, I think, 10-2 for a while, but she is clawing back in this 1 point at a time. It's been uphill sledding so far, but she's finally starting to break through just a little. That depth on the shot from Fernandez created that error. Probably a forced error. Honestly, it was a great shot from Fernandez as she gets the side out now with another chance to close out game one. Looks like she has control. She did not put that away, and she should have. She definitely took her time on that ball and really, I think, regrets not putting that ball away with force. If that was Freddie from the UK, he would have knocked that ball into next week. Oh, what touch. There's a nice backhand flick and another opportunity to close out game one. She did a great job bouncing back and didn't give up any points after that missed overhead. Really slow start for Sabrina, but she has absolutely picked it up, and that forces a timeout from her opponent, Fernandez, at, I think, 6-10. I'm pretty sure the score is 6-10. We'll be right back after this 60-second timeout. All right, 7-10 it looks like. Just going back and forth. She's got to reset that ball at some point. I mean, you can only smack that ball like that so many times without consequence, but if she would have just reset that last one, I think she would have had an opportunity to get back in that point. All right. I think it's 10-5. Sorry, I was thinking 10-7, but it's 10-5. Just too good right there from Maria Fernandez, as she has absolutely played her best pickleball down the stretch here in the finals. As it gets dark en route to Spain, she is heating up once and for all. We'll see after this quick break in game two if Sabrina can make some adjustments. We'll be right back. All right, 0-0 starting the game 2. It's always an opportunity to bounce back if you lost the first one. And of course, if you won the first game, you're looking to close out the series in 2. From a competitor standpoint, nobody wants to go 3 games, but obviously the player that lost is looking to zero. Oh, what a speed demon Sabrina is, but that ball just skipping a little too hard there for her to get that ball back in play, but love the effort, love the grit in the fight. I believe it's 3-0. All right, 0-3. Oh, wow, what a shot from Sabrina Mendez, as Mendez is trying to find that groove in game 2 after being down 0-3. She's now got on the board. Another great backhand shot there from Sabrina Mendez, as she is slowly but surely getting her footing under her. And here it is, 3-3. She's made a pretty good run here in game 2. All right, she's wiped away that early lead from Fernandez. Mendez in the black skirt and peach colored top. I don't know how she's not wearing more than that skirt and top right now because it is freezing out here, but she's the one playing, not me. And there's another really good passing shot. This is looking like a totally different Mendez than game 1 as she found herself in a big hole. But the beautiful part about pickleball is the finals are 2 out of 3, so you have a chance to really clear your head and bounce back. So good there from Mendez as she is finally finding that groove, like I said, and she's really starting to impose her will, looking much more confident. Oh, man, and another missed opportunity for Fernandez to stop the bleeding. 7-3. She has gone on an absolute tear. A 7-0 run. 8-0 run from Sabrina Mendez. She started out slow at 0-3, and then she's absolutely picked it up. 8-3 right now. She's feeling it big time, and that's a forced timeout from her opponent, Fernandez, in the pink jacket. We'll be right back after this 60-second timeout.
Focus.
9-3 as Sabrina Mendez has really found her groove now. That one just missing, but she has been spot on. After that 0-3 start, she has gone on a 9-0 run. Fernandez unable to score any points since that 3-0 start. Sometimes it feels like an uphill battle, and right now Fernandez, after capturing game 1, has felt like she can't hit a ball in. Oh boy, that's a tough miss. I thought she was gonna nail that one. The wind blowing downhill from her back into the face of Maria Fernandez. Boy, that's such good execution. She's getting those returns deep, everything going the way of Mendez at the moment in game 2. She did not play this well in game 1, but she's really started to pick it up big time. All right, there's some crowd cheers getting behind Fernandez, but she has found herself in a big hole in game 2. She's got to figure out a way to string some points together, a few in a row if she wants to claw back in this. It's 3-9. Ooh, the effort there is absolutely phenomenal, but Fernandez able to keep the touch. These returns from Mendez are absolutely penetrating returns right now, skipping. We might just see a game 3 if Mendez can close this one out like she's been playing all of game 2. Very confident in here in game 2. She has bounced back very nicely. That's so good right there. I'm telling you, that is an absolute beast of a shot. Getting down low under that ball and rolling it back across court. 10-4. Oh, yeah, she's feeling it right now, big time. But that was too good from Fernandez, but Mendez giving every ounce of effort in her body as she is looking to close this one out without any resistance from Fernandez. Another missed shot, but it's the pressure from Mendez just keeping that ball going over the net right now. Yeah, it's too good right there. That ball. Soft touch is where Fernandez really shines. Mendez, the opposite. She likes to grind points with passing shots and aggressive play like that. She has an amazing forehand roll, but Fernandez not going away just yet. All right, it's still not over. 6-10 as she is climbing her way out of this deficit, 1 point at a time. I think she might have served out of position. I'm not sure. It's one of two things. She either served before the score was called completely, or she served out of position. I'm not sure which one. Or it could have been a foot fault. But either way, that game is in the books. Game 2 goes to Sabrina Mendez. She did not play the same as she did in game 1. She played absolutely brilliant. And we're going to see a game 3 in the Women's Open Finals after this quick break.
María, confía.
Tiene preparada la funda para la cámara, ¿no? Mira lo que viene por ahí, ¿eh?
María, no hay ninguna como tú. ¡Guapa! ¡Esa María! ¡Qué bien te queda el traje!
María, ese es tuyo, ¿eh?
Here at the European Open, they do not waste much time. They are already back to game 3. That ball missing. A quick stare from Fernandez just to double check, but no argument. So both players taking their jackets off for game 3. Yeah, Maria looking already much better than she did in game 2. She dominated game 1, but the resistance and pushback from Maria Fernandez. Zero one. That was a great pickup on that deep serve on the short hop from Fernandez, but she's missing some of those volleys at the net that she wasn't missing earlier, and I think some of it might have to do with it getting dark. Also, I think Mendez has just made some really good adjustments and has really starting to clamp down here in game 3, especially coming off that big win in game 2. Fernandez really looking to control the points with those volleys from up at the net. She's got good reach, just leaning into that kitchen and putting the ball back and forth left and right. Oh boy, that's really good touch right there from Fernandez. So smooth as she hits that ball down the line for a clean winner. Oh boy, that was an incredible shot. Fading away from the net, she hit that forehand roll just inside the sideline. Trying to pump herself up as the crowd is definitely behind Fernandez. So a big difference between game 2 and game 3 is game 2, Mendez could not miss. And now she's starting to carry over some unforced errors from that first game. And also I feel like Maria Fernandez kind of let game 2 slip away, but she has reset her mind and her focus for game 3 here. She knows her back's against the wall. 3-2.
Vamos, eso es, sigue, vamos.
¡Siga así!
Vamos arriba, vamos.
4-2.
Mendez pushing back. Finds herself in a slight deficit. 2-4 here in game 3. This slightly resembles a women's singles tennis match in the fact that Sabrina Mendez likes to stay back and hit from the baseline. She has excellent ground strokes. Fernandez likes to get up there though, but she is absolutely missing some opportunities. But I think it's just the pressure from Mendez causing this. All right, 2-5 after that missed return. Let's see if she can get some momentum back on her side, as she struggled in game 3 to get the momentum. There it is. That's a shot that can change momentum, and Fernandez doing such a great job controlling the points with the volleys from the kitchen, but those passing shots are phenomenal, as she couldn't even come close to touching that ball. All right, a small push. A 3-0 run now, as it's 5-5. She's closed the gap completely at this point. Of course, I expected nothing different. Oh, that's too good, as Fernandez manipulated that ball, looking like she might go back to the forehand side of Mendez, but first of all, the pickup from Mendez before that, just before that, was phenomenal. But again, the manipulation and confusion that Fernandez caused was just a little too much. The next point gets to 6 first, and that's Maria Fernandez with the forehand drive, dipping over the net for the 6th point of game 3. And as you know, you like pickleball tournaments, if you have a best 2 out of 3, if it goes to 3 games, you switch in the 3rd game at 6, just in case there's any sun or wind or any situation like that, circumstances that might give one player an advantage over the other. So we make sure that we even that out. So now Fernandez is going to be on the tougher side. It's been the tougher side all day long. The wind is in your face. You can hit a little harder, but you have to keep the ball low. If it sails up, if it gets lifted up, then it's a tough situation to be in. Mendez back on the side that she won game 2 easily with. So we'll see if any changes occur. It's a close, tightly contested match at 6-5. Oh, that's so good. She set her feet, composed herself, and hit that forehand roll. Just brilliant execution. Her prep on these shots is absolutely incredible. She has a high degree of tennis in her background. There's no doubt in my mind. This is the first time I've seen either of these ladies really compete, and both obviously likely come from tennis, but especially Sabrina Mendez. All right, 6-6. They are knotted up for the 2nd push. Game 3. Look at this. She's hustling hard, but Fernandez just so good up at the kitchen line. Really plays big. She's tall, she's athletic, she's got great touch on her volleys, and that is really one of her strengths. That return is really good. Just too much. What a great return, causing a weaker third shot from Fernandez, and then she's able to just hit that ball for a winner cross court. Great execution by both these ladies down the stretch. 6-7. Oh yeah, it's so good. Mendez leaving that forehand cross court up a little too high, and Fernandez takes advantage of it. There's a foot fault from Fernandez. That's the first foot fault violation that's been called all day today in the men's or women's bracket on this court. Unfortunate there, but a foot fault is a foot fault, so this could change some momentum. Sometimes a foot fault will unravel a player, but we'll see. Oh, so good. Again, these passing shots from Mendez are on point. And you have to hit these passing shots like that against Fernandez because she's so rangy and long and athletic. Another absolutely brilliant shot right there down the line. She is just striking this ball with absolute confidence right now. That's just too good. That forehand roll and then the backhand down the line previous is forced a timeout call from her opponent. Fernandez looking to bounce back after this timeout, but boy, the momentum has really swung after that foot fault call. Big time momentum changer. We'll be back after this.
María, no te hagas. ¡Arriba! ¡A por todas! ¡Campeona! ¡Vamos, Javi! ¡Vamos!
All right, 10-7. Game point on the paddle of Sabrina Mendez. Oh, and that is so good from Mendez as she finds a way to dig deep and get that game 3 in her back pocket. Such great, fierce competitors in Fernandez and Mendez. We're going to go hopefully right into an interview. We'll be back after this. All right, guys, Scott Golden here, back for the last and final interview of the first singles men's and women's open here on day 2 at the European Open. I've got Sabrina Mendez standing to my left. Sabrina, this was the first time I've seen you play on championship court today. You had an absolutely brilliant performance, 3 games. What is your background in racket sports? Obviously tennis, I assume, yes?
Well, I want to congratulate Maria because she is my partner for tomorrow. And yeah, I played tennis before until 18 years, and right now I'm playing paddle.
Very good. So how do those skills translate over to pickleball?
Well, sometimes I can use my slice and come to the net because I used to do that in paddle.
Very good. So you came out in game 1. You were a little slow starting. Maria was able to capture game 1, but you came back in game 2 and were really pretty dominant in game 2. Was the side change a difference when you switched to the other side?
The side was very definitive because with the in the other side I can't hit the ball long, and with the other one it was easier to catch the net and take the point.
And then did you feel in game 3 that you had the momentum? Were you ever in doubt that you were going to win in that third game?
Well, I didn't know, but what I knew is that I wanted to play until the end. That's it.
I love it. Guys, that is as good as you can strike the ball in a championship match on a cold night here in Rota, Spain. Congratulations to our Women's Open final champion. We're going to wrap this day up. We'll see you guys tomorrow for men's and women's doubles. Thanks so much, Sabrina, for the interview. And, of course, my friend, the translator. Fantastic, guys, fantastic. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Scott Golden signing off. Thank you. You did good.
This is Steve Dawson from ProKennex. I'm the designer and originator of all ProKennex pickleball paddles. I'm very excited that we can have kinetic technology within every paddle. The kinetic technology is proven to reduce shock and vibration and is used by myself and all pickleball players as both a preventative and a cure for arm-related injuries.